Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new to this channel, my name is Amra and this is Amra's Beauty Blog. If you're a subscriber, then a welcome return. If you like this video, then please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell for weekly uploads. So today I'm going to be talking about a new launch from Hourglass. Hourglass have had such beautiful things such as ambient powders and such, but they've never launched a liquid blush, and I wanted to show you some of the liquid blushes that I picked up. I have picked up 3 of their liquid blushes. The colours that I went for were Whim, Vision and Future. They all looked absolutely beautiful. I kind of went on the side of looking at the models, and then the one that was called Whim I picked up on a whim because I felt like it was a bit more of a brighter colour that will kind of make me look alive when I'm feeling a little bit sort of out of sorts, which I have been this week. Hopefully this will bring out a little bit of a glow to my skin. So I got some gift with purchase as well, and I got the Sienna Vanish Airbrush Concealer and the Hourglass Equilibrium Restoring Essence. So I have these for the future, which is great. I also ordered another one of their brow sculpting pencils in the shade Soft Brunette. I ran out of the colour that I had. I actually finished it, and I just wanted to say how great this is. It's one of my favourite brow pencils, and I love the way it kind of matches my eyebrow really well. Doesn't make it look too dark, and it's just like my perfect shade. So I picked up another one of those. And then finally, this was also launched the same time as the liquid blushes. This is their blush brush, and it's in number 15. So I thought, why don't I apply these products using this brush so you can see how it looks. Now what I'm going to do is apply the product on my hand because I've heard that it's quite pigmented. I want to be able to manage how it looks, so I'm going to use my brush for this. And what I'm also going to do is demonstrate both cheeks. So you'll see me remove it on both sides, because with blush I feel like you kind of need to see the whole face. I want to show you that on both cheeks, and then I will put the Vanish foundation, which I have on right now in the shade Honey, and I'm using the Pat McGrath concealer. I think it's in number 15. I just wanted to put that back on top once I've done it, so we can try a new colour. So these are called the Unreal Liquid Blushes. They retail for £38 in the UK, and they come in 7 shades. So the first shade that I picked up, which is called Whim, is a bright pink. A liquid blush that visibly plumps with hydration and delivers unreal, buildable colour for a natural finish that stays in place for up to 12 hours. Infused with our Unreal Lifting Complex, this serum-like formula instantly hydrates the plump and visibly firm for smoother looking skin all day. Upon application, the silky texture effortlessly melts into skin to instantly lift cheeks with colour, providing all-day weightless wear. The innovative packaging features a precision dropper that allows you to customise your desired look, from a soft wash of colour to a vibrant flush. The features and benefits is it gives cheeks an instant lifted effect, a serum-like texture for a barely there feel, all-day weightless wear, pumps and hydrates skin, a visibly firm skin, silky smooth natural finish, innovative precision dropper dispenses the optimal amount of product, non-comedogenic, vegan and cruelty-free. The key ingredient is an Unreal Lifting Complex, upcycled white lupin seed extract, visibly firm skin for a smooth look. Hyaluronic acid helps attract water to plump skin with hydration, and the claims are that it instantly hydrates, visibly plumps and lifts cheeks with colour for up to 12 hours. Unlike traditional droppers, Unreal Liquid Blush features a sleek, innovative design with a soft bottom base that works as a dispenser. By applying pressure to the base, a small amount of the formula is released. This reminds me of the Surat Dewdrop foundation, because at the bottom of that it also has that little thing that you can squeeze and then the liquid comes out. This kind of gives me those vibes. It looks beautiful on the models, and I'm really excited to try this. You get 10.3ml of product, and I did take a sneaky peek of the packaging, and it's really lovely. I really want to give this a proper try, so I will probably give you an update on how this has performed as well. So I will put this on and let you know how it has fared. It's got sort of some sticky bits here, so I'm going to have to peel this, and then there's this part at the bottom where I believe I'm probably going to have to press to get the product out. So this is the first colour I'm going to show you, which is called Whim. And before I put it on my cheeks, I'm going to dispense a little bit onto my hand to show you. So you twist the top off, and then it's got this little hole here. And then at the bottom you can see there's a place here where you can push the product out. We're going to go like this, and literally I'm just going to do 1 drop because I don't know if that's going to be even too much right now because I don't know how pigmented it is. So what I'm going to do is just do this so you can see how the product looks on my skin. Can you see that glow? I think that's the hyaluronic acid coming through, but it's stunning, really gorgeous. This is the brush. I'm just going to open it with you now. This literally is the first time I'm opening this. So it comes in its wrapper. I've got a lot of Hourglass brushes I've collected over the years and they're really, really good. And I'm just kind of collecting them all. I'm just going to unwrap that. So this is the brush up close. It's got a slant to it. Feels very, very soft. It's vegan. You can see the Hourglass. This is the Hourglass handle. This is the tip of the brush. That's what it looks like. And then you've got the slant just there. Feels very, very soft. Okay, so I'm going to take this brush and I'm just going to take a little bit of the colour and just dab it in. You can see it's pretty pigmented. I've got my Hourglass Vanish Airbrush Pressed Powder. I'm going to put this on a little bit first because I want to see how it reacts to powder. I'll do that on one side and then on the other side I won't put the powder on and we'll just see the difference because I just want to see how it reacts. So that shade is translucent, what I've got there. And we're just going to dab it on and you can see the shade just there going on now and it's a gorgeous shade already. And you can see that it's really pigmented. I didn't even have that much on the brush and I'm taking it up. I just want to apologise for this area of my skin. I think my skin's having a bit of reaction to it and it's not as smooth as it normally is, so apologies. You can see how the colour is looking and that's a really lovely colour. So what I'm going to do is just take a little bit more of the product. You see I've still got that much on my hand and as I mentioned it's really, really pigmented. So this is on the other side, which didn't have the powder. The good news is it's performing just as well as this side, which had the powder on it. So I don't think there's much of a difference in applying the powder. So this is the shade Whim. I'm really tempted to just use the rest of the product. So I'm just going to go in again. I took my brush and I added some more colour to it. I'm just doing the same thing again on the other side. I'm using my little mirror here to make sure that I'm applying it as well as I can. I don't want to waste any of the product. But this is the shade Whim. It's got that kind of sort of very bright look. It makes you look kind of alive. It's a really lovely pop of colour. I'm glad I got this one. I went back to get this one actually because I'd originally picked the other two and then I thought a nice sort of bright pink will look lovely on the cheeks. This is with one drop. This is how you can build. So this would be like my everyday kind of blush that I would go out if I was doing some errands and I wasn't going out later and I just wanted a hint of colour. This is what I would use. So this brush is working perfectly for this. And then what I'm going to do now is add another drop. This is what they recommend. You press the top of it. It doesn't even need that much pressure. And can you see how that drops already? That's just the second drop. Let's see how it looks now. So I'm just going in with the brush again. And already I can see that it is looking more brighter from the fact that I'm using a second drop. Same here. That's such a lovely shade. So I'm really happy that it applies very well on powder as well as on a naked cheek as well. So I don't have to worry about how I use this product. It's really, really pretty. It feels very nice on the skin. The brush feels a little bit, I can feel the bristles. It's not as good as like a Sonia G brush, I would say. Because when I use Sonia G, I don't feel the bristles on my cheek and I have quite sensitive skin. Because my skin's a little bit inflamed here, I'm feeling like I'm feeling it more on that area as well where it's quite tickly at the moment. But I like to take it up and then just put a little bit on the bridge of the nose just to kind of bring it all together. That was with 2 pumps and I would say that's all I would need if I just wanted this kind of lovely refreshed look. So this is the first shade, and this is the shade Whim. What I'm going to do is put a little bit of lipstick on, and then we will start again and I'll do the next shade for you. So this is the shade Whim, and you can see it's very uplifting and nice and bright and very, very nice. So we're moving on to the second shade, and this one is called Vision, and this one is described as a true rose. So this is Vision, and this is a true rose shade. Let's do a quick hand swatch of Vision. So I'm just going to do one drop, literally one drop, and I'm just going to just go like that. And you can see it's already kind of leaning towards a more orangey tone, a bit more richer in colour. So I'm just going to show you this shade. So that's Vision. Okay, so I just put some more foundation on my cheeks just so we can start again. So I've cleaned my brush and we're going to go in now with Vision. I'm just taking the product from my hand, doing exactly the same thing, and I'm just going to show you like a sheer look first. So let's do that first. So this is Vision. It's a bit more deeper in tone, very pretty, and you can see the colour coming through already. And then we're going to do the other side. Feels really lovely on the skin, feels very moisturizing. And I'm just taking the rest of the colour and just dabbing it on. Maybe because this is a little bit more darker, it seems like the pigment is a bit stronger. I don't know if that's just me, and I don't even know if I need to go in with a second layer, purely because I'm getting a lot of pigment from this first drop. I'm just taking everything from my hand, so everything is gone now. Just adding it to the cheeks like so. And you can see the colour coming through really beautifully. It's really lovely on my skin tone, this shade, very warm. And just a little bit on the bridge of my nose. And that's a really gorgeous shade. I think I might just add a tad bit more. So just adding a little bit more, just a teeny drop. So just going in, pressing that. It's really hard to control how much comes out, but I'll try to control it. I haven't pressed it fully, just almost like a half a drop. And I'm going in again with that. And then just adding, you can see it's a little bit more darker. It's getting more and more darker from the pigment. I'm just putting it on with the brush. It's giving a lovely glow as well, which is really pretty. And I'm just using the rest of the product, so it's all gone from my hands, and then just adding it to my cheek, taking it to the temples and putting it there on the apple and just taking it up. This one definitely is more on the rosier side, more warmer, very, very pretty. And you know, you can always, if you feel like it's too much, you can always tone it down, but I just want to show you how the colour looks on my skin tone. It's stunning, really, really gorgeous. So this is the next colour, which was Vision, and this is a true rose. So I've just added some foundation and we're on to the final shade. This is Future, and Future is described as a warm coral. This is the final shade that I picked up, and it's the shade Future, and as described it is a warm coral. So let's take a look at the swatch. So here is the hand swatch. That's one drop. Oops. Okay, here we go. So that's the one drop. Let's do the hand swatch. Lovely shade. Leaning more on the corally side. Okay, so let's apply this final shade. So I'm just going in now with my brush. It's picking up a lot of colour. So it's a nice sort of wash of coral there. So just adding a tad bit more. I think you can see it better now. Just doing the other side as well. That's pretty. So this is the shade Future, and this might be my favourite out of the three. I just think it's got this really lovely undertone to it, and it's quite kind of complementary to my skin tone. I'm actually going out, like I said, so I'm going to leave this on and I'll give you my thoughts as it's worn out throughout the day, but I really like the way it looks on my skin. It's very, very pretty, and the shade is gorgeous. So this is the shade Future. I'm thinking I might just add a tad bit more, so just one more drop. I almost think that was like half a drop, but anyway, it's just to add a little bit more. Same on the other side, just to give it that oomph, and then a little bit on my nose. And take a little bit to the top of the face, just to give it some colour and create this sort of monochrome kind of look. This is the shade Future. It's really pretty. So those are the three shades that I picked up. I just wanted to give you my initial impressions and thoughts, because obviously I haven't worn this product for an all-day test, so I am going to wear this and I'll give you a slight update as to how it's fared throughout the evening. It's really lovely. It applied beautifully, and I like the fact that you can layer it, so you just have to be careful. That's all I'd say. Put a little bit on your hand first. I wouldn't put it straight onto your face because it's very pigmented, and just get it to where you need it to be. You can build and build, and if you want a natural look, go with one dot. A bit stronger, go with two, and you can see how the finish is. It's really, really complimentary and beautiful. I can't wait to try this out. I will let you know my proper sort of all-day thoughts, but my initial impression is I'm very, very impressed. I like the way it feels on my cheeks. It feels very hydrating, moisturizing. The only thing I would say is I'm disappointed about the brush. It's a bit sort of spiky. I didn't think that the brush would be like that, but it applies the product really, really well. So don't get me wrong. It might be because I've got quite a sensitive area at the moment on my cheek, so I can feel everything. It's probably had a kind of effect on how things feel. So I will give the brush another go and give you my thoughts on it. I think that the blushes are beautiful. I'm looking forward to trying some other shades at some point, but I'm really happy with the shades that I've picked. Do you have a favourite? My favourite was Future, then Vision is probably like the one in between, which is a bit more of a cooler undertone, but doesn't look that cool on me, but just looks a little bit less sort of punchy, whereas Future has that sort of lovely corally feel to it, and Whim is like the opposite, with it being pink and kind of that like that flush look when you're outside and you come back in the house. So yeah, those are my initial thoughts. I hope you've enjoyed this. I really, really hope that this wears well throughout the day. Let me know if you picked up any of these, and I would really love to hear your thoughts on this. I think this is a great launch from Hourglass. It's lovely that they're doing liquid blushes. I've not seen them do this before, so I'm wondering what else they're going to bring out in the future. It reminds me of the Daniel Sandler water paint colours that he does. I love this. What a wonderful launch, Hourglass. I'm very, very impressed. If you've enjoyed this video, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you.